Hello everyone and welcome back to another devlog of Beyond the Rim, which is a space exploration game that I have made in Roblox actually. So if you haven't watched the first devlog, then check it out because you'll see the differences between this version and the version that I posted over there. And I'm going to go through exactly what has changed since then. This version's not public yet. It's going to be very soon.
Combat signature.
Okay, I'm getting a pirate attacking me here, or they spawned in.
Detected.
I'm just gonna head to this space station super quick, if I can make it before they actually attack me. Just barely made it. Okay, I'm gonna chill here for a bit, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, I think we're safe because I think they're now attacking this NPC. Yeah, they're attacking the NPC. Hopefully the NPC is able to take them out. But yeah, let's just watch this fight while I talk about some stuff, and if they decide to start targeting me again, then I'll run to the space station. So yeah, there's been some differences. Like this version's not out yet, but it's gonna be very soon. I'm just testing it on like an internal sort of build. But you can immediately see the difference in what I had before and what I have now. And that is, number one, the ships are different, right? Like this is not a voxel ship anymore. In the other version, the ships were voxel. Okay, it's scanning me again. I need to jump back. I'm safe in the space station. Yeah, so, and actually while we're here, I can just show you, this is a good opportunity to show you the ships. So if you go to the shipyard, you can see, you know, these are the new ships. So all of the ships now they have specific roles. So before we had like, I think it was like 10 or 12 ships, and they were all, it was just linear progression. So like everyone would end up with the best ship at the end of the day. There would be no reason to have any of the lesser ships. So I didn't want that to be a thing. So what I did was I implemented ship roles. So you can see like this one here that I'm on right now is a multi-role ship. It can do a little bit of everything, but like it says here, you know, it doesn't do anything particularly well. So yeah, that's that ship. This is a ship that you start with. It's the equivalent to the micro recon from the old version. So yeah, you can see as I go through here, this one is a light freighter, and yeah, they all have like weight classes. So these two are light, right? Meaning that they, like this one as a freighter can't carry as much cargo. You know, it's faster, that kind of thing, more nimble than like a heavier ship would be. But it's yeah, they all have their weight classes and their roles. This is the light miner ship here. It is like, you know, your basic entry level mining ship. And then, you know, we go to the interceptor, which is like a combat ship, right? This is a ship that I have right now. It's the Nova Outrider, which is a medium freighter, and I'm using it right now to run like hauling missions. Basically, it doesn't have any weapon hardpoints, which is why I have to be careful around pirates, and I'll explain how I changed that also. But yeah, this thing is faster than like your average freighter, so it can get away easier, not easily. But yeah, it doesn't have the ability to fight for itself. And then, you know, we've got, this is a medium multi-role. It's better than the Vector Scout. You know, it's actually a little bit like faster, and it's got like better hard points and stuff. And then we've got probably one of my more favorite ships. This is the medium mining ship. And again, I'll explain like the differences between like what does it mean to be like medium and light and that kind of thing. So and then you've got your medium interceptor, you've got your heavy multi-role, which is also a lot of people in the Discord said they liked this model a lot. Then we've got the heavy freighter and the heavy mining ship. It's actually quite big. It looks small here, but it's actually quite big. I need to change maybe like how these are shown here, because like the bigger they are, the more zoomed out they end up being. And then we've got the heavy interceptor here. And then there's two ships at the top that I didn't talk about. This is a new thing that I added. These are fleet carriers. So a fleet carrier is essentially a ship that can carry all your ships, and it's like a mobile base sort of thing. They can fly, but very, very slowly and very clunkily. But the nice thing about these things is that they can actually they don't need to use warp gates to jump. They can just jump to any adjacent system without using a warp gate. This is the other one. This is another fleet carrier. So yeah, these things can basically, you can use them as like mini space stations. You can dock at them, you can leave them in a specific system, and then you can summon them to your location. So yeah, that was one of the bigger updates actually. Now the other thing that I can talk about is like while we're in the space station menu is, for example, if I go to my hangar here and I go, I got to repair this ship actually, or the module. If you see here, I actually added hardpoints. So this was not a thing in the old version of the game. In the old version of the game, every ship like just basically had hard coded. Like you could only have one or two hardpoints, and they were like, it was basically just the same weapon. There weren't any different weapons or anything like that. So now if I click on here, you can see I can choose between different hardpoints. So like this is a mining hardpoint. You cannot attach any weapons to this hardpoint. So only mining stuff, and that's what makes this ship different than, like, for example, this one, right? This one has one weapon hardpoint and one mining hardpoint, and they're only size 1, so you can only equip the entry level hardpoints onto this ship, which makes them less powerful. This is not meant to be like a multi-role ship, but I just added a simple mining hardpoint to it, just if you want to do some random mining with it, but it's not going to get you anywhere near what another ship would. And then if I had any other ships right now, I could show you some of the other things that you can equip, but I can show you in the market actually. Now these are all placeholder, like these are supposed to be weapons. I'm going to change the assets, but right now it's just using a placeholder thing. But you can see all the weapons here, right? Like we've got all these size 1 weapons. There are just your standard laser cannon, which is the thing that I had from the first one, like the laser repeater. And then you've got like better versions of them. This is a continuous beam weapon, which just fires like a continuous beam of laser particles at your opponent, but it heats up a lot faster. And then there's like a plasma bolt, which is like a stronger version of the repeater. It does more damage, but again it heats up faster, kind of thing. And then you've got the size 2s and the size 3s. Those are the 3 main types of weapons here, right? So lots of different choices that you can go with. And then you've got missile racks, which before every ship in the old version had missile racks. Now you actually have to equip the missile racks, and it's based on a size sort of thing. So I'm going to be updating the missiles as well, like to be a little bit different in terms of how they actually like operate. Is this the same guy over here, or is this a different guy? I'm not sure. And then we've got the mining lasers. So again, it's the same thing as the weapons, right? Different sizes, they do different damage to the asteroids, that kind of thing. And some of them are more efficient, that kind of stuff. So yeah, these are more basic than the weapons in terms of like how different they are. But basically, the bigger they are, the faster they can mine, and the more efficient they are. So yeah, but also they do heat up more, right? That's the other thing. And then we've got the seismic launchers, which again in the old version, every single ship was able to equip a seismic launcher. Now you have to actually have a seismic launcher hardpoint. So mining ships are really the only ones that can actually use these. So if you want to do seismic charge mining, you have to have a mining ship, for example. Beacons are still the same. If you watch the other video, you'll know what beacons do. And then we've got the ship trails, and yeah, that's basically it. So the other thing that I added was, because you can have ships like the one that I have that can't really defend themselves, I added this. So this is like the for hire tab, where you can hire like escort squadrons to like fight for you. So you can see each of these here. Now I have to tune the pricing a little bit. Like this one's a little bit ridiculous, but maybe it could be an endgame one, right? It shows you which ships they come with. So this one has 3 ships. That's actually not bad. It will protect you for almost 30 minutes, and you get a Raptor Sentinel, a Wasp, and a Crimson Wraith, which are really actually decent ships. And they basically follow you around and fight for you while you're flying around doing your thing. So if you want to do like a mining mission, or if you want to do like a freighter haul, if you want to haul stuff with your freighter and it's like a really big payout and you don't want to lose it, then hire one of these guys and they'll help you out, kind of thing. You obviously have to balance the price with what you're going to be able to get out of it. And of course, like I said, I'm going to balance the fees. But yeah, like you can find some pretty cheap ones here. Like there was one that I saw that was like a single vector scout, and it was like 800. He died pretty quick though. But this one's not bad. It's a servo recon. A single ship for 11,000 credits, like for 30 minutes basically. If you can bang out a few missions where you do some hauling, and each of them pays like 12 to 13,000 or even more credits. This kind of makes sense, right? You're spending about 30% of your wages making sure that you survive, essentially. So yeah, that's the other thing is oh man, this dude's still here, and he's not. This might be a different one. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna get out of here. Let's just escape from this place. So yeah, I'm gonna use my autopilot. I don't remember if I had that in the old version, but yeah. So a lot of differences here. The other thing I guess that I can say is, so you can see that I have a mission that I have to deliver this refined water ice. Now, before in the game, if you died, you didn't lose anything. In this version, if you die, you do lose a percentage of your cargo, and it depends on how far out you are in the galaxy. The further out you get, the more you will lose. And if you end up, like out here in the beyond the rim systems, you're going to lose everything. The closer you are to the center, the easier it is, so you won't lose as much stuff. But and if there is something that I'm going to add, I haven't added it yet, but I just did a vote in the Discord to find out what people thought. It will be soon. If you get destroyed by a pirate and you're carrying mission cargo, you will lose that mission cargo and fail the mission. So that seems to be what people want. So I'm gonna add that in soon. But right now, if I do die, nothing bad will happen to my mission cargo. So, which might be a good thing because I'm still testing, and I don't want that to be a thing. So yeah, I'm right now just making my way to the target station where I need to deliver this water ice. And again, I don't have an escort. So if I get scanned by a pirate and they decide to attack me, and they will, because I have a lot of stuff on me, then I'm basically toast if I can't escape. And that's the other thing that I guess I didn't mention is I added ship scanning. So if you're familiar with games like Elite Dangerous, pirates will scan your ship to see if it's worth attacking you. Now, in the old version of this game, pirates would attack you whether you had anything good or not. They had no reason to. Now there's a bunch of guys here, and I'm definitely going to get scanned unless they're preoccupied with this guy. Yeah, they are. Well, that one is anyway. So I need to get out of here quick. But what they'll do, I think the guy behind me is coming towards me to scan me. They will scan the ship, and if you don't have anything useful to them, then they will leave you alone, and they'll let you know also if that's the case. If they scan you and they see that you have stuff that they want, they will engage and attack you. So you have to be mindful of that. But fortunately, once they scan you and they see that you don't have anything, they'll leave you alone for the rest of the time that you're in the system. So yeah, I think I'm good here. I'm gonna be able to get away. We talked about the ships not being voxels anymore. We talked about the weight classes and the different types of roles. And we talked about the hard points. We talked about fleet carriers. Oh yeah, the flight controls. So that's another thing that I changed. Before, now this game is only right now available on a PC. Mobile is going to be very difficult to support. Now I'm just gonna take autopilot off for a second. So in the old version of the game, you would have to, like, when you move to this side, then your ship would kind of do this, right? It would just kind of slow down, and then you would have to like keep picking up your mouse and like swiping it across. I added like a different type of movement mechanic now, so it's like a VJoy sort of thing. So if you just kind of move to one side or the other, your ship will just rotate in that direction indefinitely. So you can, you have much better control over your ship now. So if I just do this, it'll turn much less than before. So yeah, I feel like the controls are a lot better now personally. The other thing that I changed was the asteroids are not voxel asteroids anymore, which actually saves a ton of resources in terms of like parts. So yeah, they're now you know, looking like this, which matches the ships better. So I'm actually going to just mine this guy here. So you can see like this mining hardpoint that I have is not great, right? It's taking me a long time to mine this single asteroid. I'm probably only going to get one resource out of it. Yeah, there we go. It's dead now, so I'll just pull that in. Actually, I got 2 thorium, which is not bad. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, so those are the main updates, I guess, like in this version. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just testing the balancing mainly. I've been playing for, let's see, 11 and a half hours of like, you know, over the weekend, just testing constantly and adding new things and stuff. Probably like I marathoned it this weekend, so it was like probably like 10 hours a day of 10 or 12 hours a day of just testing and adding quality of life features and features that I'm seeing that I feel like I need to add for this update to be better. So I'm hoping that in a few days or so, I should be ready to at least open up the internal version to other people to test. If I'm feeling very confident about it, I might just push it to the main game. But one thing that I did have to do was, because a lot of things have changed, I have a thing here where anybody who was playing before who had the old ships will get all of their credits back for all of the ships and upgrades that they've done, and then they will be able to rebuy the new ships with those credits. So it'll be like a full refund basically. So yeah, and all the modules that were attached to those ships will be given back to them, and they can just pop those onto the new ships. So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about how things are looking right now. So again, yeah, just testing to make sure that all the different ships are in a good shape. Like I don't want any of them to be like overpowered or anything like that. Like I'm sure I'm gonna have to tune them as we go, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about how things are going. So how close are we? Oh, we got a long way to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make this delivery in time, but yeah, I think I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update of where the game is at, and yeah, hopefully you'll all be able to play it soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.